do you sleep at night? Do you find it easy to go to sleep, to stay asleep, and to feel well rested? Or do you find it difficult to go to sleep, stay asleep, or feel well rested? If you are having any challenges sleeping, staying asleep, please watch this video till the end because I am going to be sharing tips with you on how to sleep better. If you're having trouble sleeping, it can't be a sleep disorder. Now, there are so many sleep disorders, but the most common one is insomnia. And insomnia is a sleep disorder where a person finds it difficult to go to sleep, stay asleep, or feel well rested. And this is a problem that plagues a lot of people, young and old, and it can be caused by so many different things. Stress is a common cause of insomnia, excessive stress. Anxiety is also another cause of insomnia. Depression is another cause of insomnia, and so many other things can be the cause for your not being able to go to sleep. All right, now most people need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. This is important. Sleep is very important. Just like you do everything just like you do the other things you do in life, just like you eat, just like you go out or just the other things you do, you also need to sleep. I know some people have said, or you've probably heard in the past, that if you sleep, some people say if you sleep 6 or 7 hours every night, by the time you're 50 or a certain age, you would have slept some number of hours in your life. You'll have slept a part of your life away. Now, they may mean well, but really they make you feel like you're wasting your life away sleeping. That is not true, okay? Sleep is actually very important, and everyone needs to sleep. I have met people who thought that it is not good to sleep, and some people will even try to like spiritually blackmail you and put you in a situation where you think that, okay, sleep is not good, and they quote some scriptures for you. For instance, the one that says, yet a little sleep, yet a little slumber, yet a little folding of the hands to sleep, so shall your poverty come. And they say, okay, the more they sleep, and sleep actually brings poverty. No, that is not what it means, okay? When you're supposed to be working, you shouldn't be sleeping. During the day, you're supposed to be at work or be doing things, productive things, and you shouldn't be sleeping. But at night, okay, God created the night for sleep. You're supposed to sleep in the night. And it even says in the Bible, it's an part that says, at night, men go to sleep. And the wild beasts, the animals, the wild beasts, they come out to hunt for their food, okay? So that's the way it is. That is why you feel sleepy at night, because it's just a natural thing that the body needs to do at night. So it is important to understand. I think the first thing is to change your mindset. If you have this mindset that sleep is not very good or that you're wasting your time sleeping, you need to first change that, because without that change of mindset, you are never going to be able to get enough sleep. And if you cannot get enough sleep, that's a problem. It will affect your physical health. It will affect your mental health. Okay, so the first thing, change that mindset. Sleep is good. Now, why is sleep important? All right, sleep helps with your immune defense, okay? Sleep helps with your immune system functioning. If you don't sleep well, your immune system is not functioning properly. Sleep helps with memory consolidation. During sleep, your information that you have gathered, okay, move from short-term memory to long-term memory. Sleep also helps your body to repair itself. Your cells regenerate. Your brain re-energizes, okay? Rejuvenates. Your body rejuvenates. Your body rests. Your cells replenish themselves. And this is important. Sleep also helps you to feel well rested. Sleep helps you with emotional resilience and helps you to stay calm. Sleep helps you to focus and attention. It can actually increase your attention span and your focus. Sleep is important for every day, for your well-being, your complete well-being, physical, emotional, and spiritual. So this is really important for you to change the mindset about sleep. A person who does not get enough sleep, that person is not going to live very long. That's the truth. So sleep is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is important for your overall well-being. Your body restores while you're sleeping. Sleep is also very important for cognitive function. Sleep is important for brain plasticity. Now, there is something called neuroplasticity. This is a branch of neuroscience that deals with the ability of the brain to adapt. Now, contrary to what we were taught or what we knew, that the brain stops developing at the age of 25. No, the brain continues to develop. It continues to change in function and structure throughout a person's life. So as a person gains new ideas, as a person learns new skills and gets new information and adapts new ideas, the brain changes based on this information and these skills, and new neural pathways are being developed in the body to transmit this information to the parts of the body that needs to take action depending on the skills or the idea that this person is adapting. Now, it is during sleep that this happens. Okay, so if you're learning new skills, getting new information and this and all of these things, and you don't get enough sleep, this will not work in you. Your brain will not be able to adapt these new skills, these new ideas that you are gaining. So this is one of the reasons that sleep is very important. Sleep helps you with mood regulation. If you don't sleep well, you become irritable and it can lead to depression, and this can affect your relationships. This is where I come in. Like I said, I help you strengthen your relationship. So I don't want whatever is going to affect your relationship. And because everything we do proceeds out of our minds, if your mind is not in the right place, if you're not mentally well, this will rub off on your relationship. Sleep also helps with emotional resilience. It helps you to have a sense of calm. It helps regulate your emotions. I can go on and on talking about the benefits of sleep, but I'm sure you already get the idea. You get why sleep is very important. I have had to talk to a lot of people about this, where I had to let them understand why it is important to sleep. Okay, a lot of people, and I can tell you this for free, a lot of people are having difficulty going to sleep, staying asleep, falling asleep in the first place, or staying asleep. And even when they wake up in the morning, they feel tired. I mean, if you experience this way, you feel tired in the morning after you have slept, that is also a big issue. Okay, so even after sleeping for hours, you still don't feel well rested because your body really is not resting. And there are things that you can do. There are solutions to this problem. Okay, so what can you do? What are some steps that you can take in order to have better sleep at night? Like I said, a lot of people need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep at night. But now, in a case where this is not possible, maybe due to your job or your work or your activities, yes, you may not be able to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, but the important thing is to stay consistent. All right, so even if it is 6 hours of sleep you can get at night, you need to stay consistent with it. So one of the things you can't do is to have a sleep routine. So you have a specific time that you go to sleep and you have a specific time that you wake up in the morning. Okay, your body thrives on routine. This consistency is important because your brain then recognizes this pattern, this routine, and when it's time to go to sleep, your body starts to wind down because it recognizes that, okay, now it's time to go to sleep, and your body relaxes. Your brain also relaxes, sends the message to the part of the rest of the body, it's time to sleep, and then your body calms down and you go to sleep. And when it's time to wake up in the morning, your body wakes up, and everything that should happen in the body during sleep will happen during this time when you are sleeping, because your body recognizes that it is time to sleep. But like I said, it first starts with your mind. You have to change the way you think about sleep. Okay, another thing you can do is to optimize your sleep environment. Okay, where you sleep is important. It can affect the way that you sleep. It can make you fall asleep, or it can make you stay wide awake all night. Okay, so light is important. You need as little light as possible. If you can, do without light completely. Okay, when it's dark, it's easier to sleep. But someone like me, I don't really like to sleep in the dark, like stark darkness. So I just want to have like a ray of light, something that if I open my eyes, I can still see my environment. So if that is you, yeah, you can do that. It's just very tiny little light. But if not, if you're comfortable sleeping without light, yes, that's even better. Now, sound is another thing. You want to get away all distractions. You want to get rid of any sound whatsoever when you are about to sleep. So that means that you want to turn off your phone, okay, or put it to or mute it so the notifications or whatever does not disturb your sleep. So you know that this is time to sleep. When it's time to sleep, no distractions. You want to put away every distraction when it's time to sleep. Also, your diet is important. Don't eat heavy food at night. Try and make your diet at night as light as possible. And you want to eat at least 2 hours before going to bed, before it is time to go to bed. Not, you don't remember, you have a routine, you have a set time that you go to bed. So make sure that you have you eat. The last thing you eat at night should be about 2 hours, at least 2 hours before you go to bed. So you allow for your body to digest the food before you go to bed. Because if you eat heavy at night and too close to the time that you go to bed, you won't be able to sleep. Another thing you can do if your case is really serious is to develop a pre-sleep relaxation routine. What this means is that there are some things that you do at night prior to going to bed that tells your body and your mind that it is time to sleep. One is to maybe take a shower. Okay, so take a shower in the night. This calms your body, and change your clothes. Okay, some people just go to bed with their day clothes. That is not I would advise that. So I advise that you change your clothing. So you have some loose clothing that you wear in the night, your PJs or whatever it is that you can wear that is loose, that allows you free movement in the night, that allows you to sleep. You know, that it's not tight on your body. This is the kind of clothing that you should wear at night, something free. So have a shower, change your clothing so your body recognizes, okay, we are preparing to go to bed at night. Just like in the morning, you wake up, you have your bath, you brush your teeth, you wear clothes that you know, your outing clothes. This helps your body to prepare, okay, now we are going out today, we are getting ready to go out. The same way, let your body prepare for sleep. We are going to sleep now. It is time to sleep. So that way your body begins to unwind. Another thing you can do is to meditate. Sometimes meditation helps calm your mind. So if your mind is always active, you have so many things on your mind, meditation can help calm your racing mind. So do some meditation. There are so many meditation techniques. Another video I will talk about meditation. So you can practice meditation. This calms you down. Just focus on your breathing. Remain calm, remain quiet, and just calm down. This helps your body unwind and your body will relax and be ready for sleep. Another thing is to read. Yes, read. And I don't mean read on your phone. I don't mean an ebook, an actual book, a hard copy. Yes, this also helps. Most times you will fall asleep before you're even done with a page or two. Okay, so it also helps to help you to fall asleep when you read a book. I would highly recommend that you do not use an alarm. Okay, once you've already set a routine, a time, specific time that you go to sleep and specific time that you wake up in the morning, your brain already recognizes it. So before you go to sleep at night, you tell your brain that you want to wake up at 4 a.m., you want to wake up at 5 a.m. And most always your brain will wake up at this time. But if you find it difficult to wake up at the set time, yes, if you need to use an alarm at all, you can use an alarm that gradually wakes you up, not one that wakes you up immediately, that just jolts you awake all of a sudden. This is not good, because when this happens, this can shoot up your blood pressure, because your brain can recognize this, interpret this as a fight or flight response, and this can, make your blood pressure to just suddenly rise, and this can lead to heart disease. So that is why I personally do not use an alarm. I used to, but when I learned this, I stopped using an alarm, and I don't have difficulty waking up. Okay, my body, once I wake up at a certain time for 2-3 days, my body recognizes that, my brain and it wakes me up at that time every single day. Even when I don't want to wake up, maybe on weekends that I don't want to wake up at that time, I still do, because it's a routine. I've stayed consistent with that routine for many months, and so it just happens now, even without me planning it or wanting to. Okay, so you can get to a point where you don't need an alarm, but at the beginning you may want to, but use an alarm, okay, a sound that gradually increases, not the one that just, comes up at once and wakes you up suddenly, abruptly. Okay, so because when you wake up before your body has had time to adjust or to wake up naturally, that this will disrupt your natural wake up sequence, and this is not good for your body. So these are some of the things that you can do to have better sleep at night. Okay, meditation helps, relaxation techniques helps, gentle stretching, preparing for sleep, taking a shower, and then listening to music also helps. Gentle, slow, light music. Put it at the lowest volume possible. It helps you to gradually go to sleep. It helps. Yes, there was a time that I also struggled with insomnia, and this was what I did. I used music. So I just played this slow music and I put it to very low volume and I just lie down. It helps me, or it helped me to relax. I still use it sometimes now. It helps me to relax, and then I just gradually go off to sleep. So you can also try this. These are some of the things that you can try on your own to be able to fall asleep and stay asleep. Now, if you are still having serious difficulty, even after doing all of these things, you may need to seek professional help. But I need you to understand that sleep is important. It's not a luxury. So if you are finding it really difficult to go to sleep, stay asleep, or feel well rested, you need to seek help. You need to seek professional help, and something needs to be done about it. It is not normal for you not to be able to sleep. So I hope that you will try 1 or 2 or 3 of these tips that I've given you on how to sleep better, and I hope that your sleep gets better. I hope that you're able to stay asleep, and I hope you're able to feel well rested, and I hope that your relationships will flourish. I hope that you are mentally well and you live a beautiful life. I will see you in the next video. Bye.